I'm debating if I even want to do weeklies this week. What the fuck? What the fuck do I even need to do the weeklies for anyway? Cause like I have plenty of weekly mets for everyone. Maybe when I get around to leveling up everyone else, maybe? Maybe they would still need plenty of it, I guess. Honestly, I don't even feel like farming weeklies these days is even going to be necessary. Like, we'll start farming whatever our new weekly boss is, but like... I guess I'll still fucking farm them anyway. The fuck do I want to fucking farm anyway? Alright, welcome back everybody. Restarted my PC. So here's the hoping that it doesn't fucking brick on my ass in the middle of the stream. But yeah, short stream. I wanted to start streaming earlier, but stupid fucking parents had to hold me up. At least I can blame them for this one like I always do. Probably drive another Arizona tea. Who'd you pick for your free 4-star? Zenobia. It was either between her and Dobrinia. But while Dobrinia technically gets a rate up in the future, Zenobia does not. Apparently Zenobia does not have another rate up at any point in the future. So, getting her is gonna be a bitch. Unless we happen to get like, I don't know, like a class summoning banner, maybe? But even then, even on a class summoning banner, fucking trying to roll for Zenobia specifically is gonna be a bitch. So, yeah. Zenobia it is. Maybe during Valentine's Day? Maybe. But it's not like she has a specific rate up during a Valentine's Day, no? Because that's only for perma 5-star female servants, not 4 stars. So never know what we'll get on random NA banners. That's a stretch. I mean, that really only applies for 5 stars because, you know, Thanksgiving banner and shit like that. I don't expect them to just drop us a random ass Zenobia banner out of nowhere, you know? So I ain't got my hopes up for that. Oh, let me exit out of this one. Let me go do one run of whatever the other one was. I actually got a Yanqing light cone from that. It's surprising. She's a really good AoE archer. Yeah, Art's AoE archer I'm pretty sure too, right? Would love to use her as would love to use her as an AoE archer farmer. God knows I need a little bit more of those these days. That was really fast. Okay, that done. What are these? Messages from good old Gallagher. Is Scheherazade a good cast for art slooping? I think she's okay now. I think she's alright. I don't think she's like the best or anything, but I think she can do it. Which Echo did you want to choose from the web event? I haven't done the web event yet. I need to get around to doing it. I'll probably do it tonight after stream. Either that or if I forget tonight, then hopefully tomorrow. So I don't really know what that event entails. But I suppose I'll find out once I actually start doing it myself. Okay, is there anything else I need to do? Okay, I've already done dailies for today. Battle Pass is level 70. Let's see, I think Pure Fiction is active now, so we can go do that. I think I'll do Pure Fiction first, and then we'll do this vignettes event. See if I can get it done real quick. So yeah, Pure Fiction time. Go and end the drink. Ugh. Who needs alcohol when you have high fructose corn syrup? Ugh. What's ending soon? Oh, it's just that. AoEs. We're in Pure Fiction, so of course AoEs. Looks like there are ice enemies. Technically, there are ice enemies everywhere. I think I'll actually take Herta for second half, because there are more ice enemies that she'll be more relevant against. But for these, everyone's weak to physical. Of course, fucking Argenti would be fucking lovely here. Can't wait for his fucking rerun now that I have a job. His and Huohuo's. Oh well, anyways, you know what that means. I wonder how well Clara would work here. Let's see. Sparkle and then Clara maybe. Regens everybody's energy for 35%. That sounds pretty good. Sure, let's go with that. The second half, we will obviously take Acheron, Calf, Acheron, Calf, Black Swan, and Sampo, I guess, just for the full AoE team. I'll try them with this one, maybe? I want to take, I think Extrapolation would still probably be better, but we'll just try this out anyway. Good old high fructose corn syrup. It's cheaper too. And probably won't give you liver cancer, it'll probably give you diabetes. I love me some fake sugar. God bless America. Alright, let's give it a shot. Let's see. Whose turn can we actually pull up? Or who would even benefit from this? Maybe Clara? Sure, why not? What was the worst that could happen? Clara, Sparkle's worked for you pretty well ever since you got Sparkle. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Though not having a healer here is kind of scary. Wrong target. Oh, you're supposed to use follow-up attackers here. So yeah, like duh, fucking Aventurine. Actually, is my Aventurine even? Isn't my Aventurine missing something? Oh well, technically he's not, but I guess we could try using. I can try using my own adventure and see how that goes. Not tonight, Naruto. I'm not playing Genshin tonight. At least not on stream. Come back to me tomorrow. I think I'll be streaming tomorrow and playing Genshin then. God, my adventuring barely does any fucking damage. Thinking of saving for Clara's light cone because it'll make her sustainless comp a little bit better. I mean, I guess, but that'll only obviously that'll only really work for her. Remember that if you still put Clara into a team and yeah, like the rest of her team's probably gonna die. But if you're only talking about like pure fiction or some shit, then yeah, sure, it should work. Should still work. Yes, specifically for pure fiction. Yeah, it sounds about right. Are we in wave 2 or wave 3? Probably only in wave 2. Ugh.
存在知識は尺と真理を探り語尾を根絶する。0点。
当たりだ。好きに使ってくれ。
Yeah, I'm doing that again. Not too many people who are weak to fire, but we do need to stack as many follow-up attacks here as we can, considering that's our gimmick right now. Suppose we'll go full IPC crew, plus Himiko.
人は文を諦めることを学ぶべきだ。
運試しと行こ
ようこそ凡人のステージへ。
う。いいオッズだ。僕が出そう。
市場が長期間見据えるのが成功の秘訣。
回答を楽しみにしているぞ。
But he's at 60%.
答えてみろ。
逃がさないわ。
気をつけて。サイは投げられ全てを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。
逃がさないわ。
買いだ。
That's much better.
僕が質問する。テストマイナスだ。存在と知識は尺と真理を探り語尾を根絶する。
あんたのために用意したのよ。やっ。
0点。
まだわかっ。人間は星空を掌握する欲望を隠さない。私もよ。
気をつけて。遊んであげるよ。
カーブ焦らないの。
回答を楽しみにしているぞ。答えてみろ。マイナスだ。
戦闘は設計みたいなものよ。逃がさないわ。
買いだ。気をつけて。
逃がさないわ。
Rolling Ark Knights a little bit. I got Viviana already. I still need to get Virtuosa.
長期間見据えるのが成功の秘訣。
サイは投げられた。全てを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。買いだ。
逃がさないわ。
気をつけて。
が質問する。テスト0点。
戦闘は設計みたいなものね。まだわかっ人間は星空を掌握する欲望を隠さない。私もよ。
Rolling for Virtuosa later on stream. I could do it on stream. I'm waiting for my paycheck to come in so I can buy a couple packs to afford rolling for Virtuosa up next. Viviana showed up in your second daily roll. Nice.
知識は尺と真理を探り語尾を根絶する。
ベッド好きに使ってくれ。
評価を始めるね。
いかさまはな気をつけて。
Nice. There we go. All right. Now let's see if this team will work.
願いましょう。
新しい過去の伝説。強い相手ほど興味深い。
落ち着いて。涙。クリティ素晴らしい。さようなら。何が知りたいの？最悪の地。あなた、ウィンドウを渡そう。全員死刑。涙。クリティの協調よ。出発の時間だ。すべてが消える。記憶、皆そこで深淵を迎える。
大使者お客様を裏切れと追加料金ですよ。
呼吸するその感覚覚えておいて。涙雨クリティの立ちなさい。運命のせあがくウィンドウを渡そう。全員素晴らしい。さようなら。
Okay, we got 60k.
楽しめるといいのですが。
落ち着いて。涙雨クリティの
Let's see who's up next.
こいつ
素晴らしいと。さようなら。
楽しめるといいのですが。
立ちなさい。面白い。涙雨クリティの何が知りたいの？ウィンドウを渡そう。
大しちゃお客様を裏切れと追加料金ですよ。
落ち着いて。素晴らしい。さようなら。パン。記憶、皆そこで深淵を迎えよ。定められ涙。プリティの
Get it. Almost a perfect storm, but that's fine. Hey, Sedexter, welcome back, man. Alright. Now we got this. Oh, same shit. Okay. So this one is lightning and this one is lightning and imagine. I guess here we'll try to run Ratio, Sparkle, Luocha, and Jingliu, I suppose. I'll run not Jingliu. Wrong Jing. Jingyuan. Jingyuan, Sparkle. Luocha and Ratio. And I think we'll go for this one instead of the first one. I think we'll also run this one too, because I'm definitely going to run Herta for this. Not Pella, Herta. Actually, maybe we can still do this, because I noticed these guys are weak to fire, so we're definitely bringing Topaz Himeko in here. Topaz Himeko, let's see, Cryo weakness. March surprisingly wouldn't be bad here technically, because I believe she's got a follow-up attack. Wasted 20 frag resin on Arlecchina, no artifacts. You love Hoyoverse? Yep. How it feels to be a Hoyoverse gamer. Can you believe we've been doing this shit for going on 4 years now? March 7th time, I know, right? Yeah, monkey boss. Should have brought a Actually, I guess I didn't need to bring a shielder because I can just wreck his ass right now.
人間は星空を掌握する欲望を隠さない。私もよ。
くるりん。低リスク高リターン。
Let's see.
くるくる。
はっ、逃がさないわ。やっ、
くるりん。くるくる。
逃がさないわ。
生産しましょう。
逃がさないわ。
根は戻る。
はっ、火は熟した。
私が誰こんな大きなダイヤモンドあげるね。
ちゃんと直さないと。はっ、やっ、
感謝してね。はっと。
逃がさないわ。
くるりん。楽しいですか。
まだ分かって。人間は星空を掌握する欲望を隠さない。私もよ。
くるくる。命のいずれ風に吹き落と
Yep,
される。
artifact and relic farming. Everyone's favorite, said no one fucking ever.
行ってハム。くるりん。地上あ、長期間見据えるのが成功の秘訣。
退きなさい。陣列を組め。
研究の価値あり。くるくる。何見てるの。私がこんな大きなダイヤモンドあげるね。
逃がさないわ。
くるりん。
はっ、火は熟した。ちゃん
Ow.
と直さないと。
はっ、評価を始めるね。
逃がさないわ。
くるくる。はっと。
そこまで。離れなさい。
壊れないよ。
戦闘は設計みたいなものよ。やっ、逃がさないわ。
Oh, we actually beat her. Nice. How's the state of NAFGO these days? You quit a long time ago, so what's the current situation? Currently on NAFGO, we have now officially entered the territory of dead game, where 2 years ago on JP, they officially entered their dead stage, or their dead game period, where now, from now on, all events are 3 weeks long. There are going to be no reruns of any event, and content overall will start to become very dry with a couple of exceptions. Like it'll peak a little bit during certain events, but like outside of those like pretty hype events, like for example this summer event coming up later this year, summer, what is it, 8 or is it summer 7? Archetype Earth, and right now JP is having a Mahotsukai no Yoru collab, so that's pretty exciting, I suppose. But yeah, no, FGO NA is now in that territory. And so because of that, the Hamster Squad, and when I say Hamster Squad, I'm talking about NAFGO's localization team. They understand this perfectly, and so they're doing everything they can to like try to hype up future content for NAFGO. The problem is that they refuse to accelerate content for NA, which I think is a bad thing, as in them not accelerating content. Because now if you're seeing what they're trying to do for the game now as an older player, like a lot of the shit that they're doing is gonna seem very foreign. For example, they're fucking shilling events that we're not even gonna get for another fucking couple of months. Well, technically, not really a couple of months. I think the most they've gone forward into the future was like maybe 2 months, maybe a single month ahead. But they're forecasting events a lot further into the future than what we're used to as, or at least what I'm used to as an older NAFGO player. So that tells me that the localization team, henceforth I'll be calling them the Hamster Squad. The Hamster Squad, or what they're doing right now, tells me that the Hamster Squad is trying to do everything they can to retain NAFGO's player base, because they know that right now is going to be the beginning of the end if they don't do something. Because my personal prediction is that after this year's summer, you're going to see a lot of NAFGO players start dropping off the face of the planet. Because, like content isn't that poppin', you know? Like, in my personal opinion, FGO is now on a fucking it's very slow and painful but very obvious downward spiral. It's like at a very slight tilt. It's at a very slight decline, but it's still declining. Because now NFG already has Lost Spell 6, and in my opinion, Lost Spell 6 was the pinnacle of FGO's story. And Nasu still hasn't confirmed whether or not he's going to come back to write another main scenario story for FGO, mainly because he's busy writing Farside for Tsukihime Remake, or for Suki Remake. So like, I don't know what the fuck story chapter JP's on right now, Ordeal Call. I haven't heard anybody fucking talk about it, or at least very, very little of it. So even if it's not like a bad story chapter or like a bad story arc, like a filler arc, like the future of FGO's story is in question for me personally. And considering FGO's best selling point is its story, if the best thing about the game is in question, then you're not in a very good spot right now. I'm not saying that that FGO's position is unrecoverable. We just don't know what the fuck its future looks like. So you put that all together and extrapolate what it means for the NA server. Yeah, it's a little weird. Again, my personal prediction is that unless JP starts getting some mad good shit soon, and to be fair, the Mahoyo collab is a nice start, but it's nowhere near enough in my opinion. Unless La Zango can start turning around and like really start popping off with future JP updates, my personal prediction is that you're going to see a lot of NAFGO players start dropping the game like more and more and more. Once we've gotten our summer 7 this year, something like that. So, La Zango better do something, and not just like make a fucking servant design like Aoko. Like, yeah, sure, she's a one-off thing. Now actually make the game better. But we shall see. So, to answer your question, Edward, I'll say that right now NAFGO is in a very weird position. And it's not in a good way. After you saw Enya's nurse outfit, you decided to give Snowbreak a try. Hey, welcome to Snowbreak. It's just Division with hot waifus. It's not really open world, but it's still third-person shooter with, hot anime girls with guns. NAFGO still 2-year gap. Yep. We still have to deal with the fucking shitty ass 2-year gap, man. Excuse me. You actually feel disgusted that they're trying now? Who, the Hamster Squad? I mean, this isn't even them trying either. This is a half-ass attempt to try to retain as much of NAFGO's player base as they can, but it's not gonna work. This is not enough. At least not in my opinion. Maybe they are trying their best, and it's that Lozengo doesn't want to do anything more than what they're doing for NA right now. But whosever decision this is, it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough. CBS coming Traum CBS coming on the 12th. Cool. Probably not gonna watch it. CBS's are at 6 p.m. my time, and at 6 p.m. I'm still driving back home from work, so yeah, I'm not gonna be able to catch it live anyway. So, yeah, the fucking Chaldea broadcast station episodes can go fuck themselves. No reruns of events. Yeah, man. Lozengo is from as far as I can tell, Lozengo still has the issue of being short on staff. Unless there's been evidence to suggest that they've addressed that issue and they've managed to hire more people to fucking work on the game, but I haven't seen any such evidence. So yeah, what do I fucking care? But yeah, the reason why they're not doing reruns, and for the longest time up until like an event or two ago on JP, they didn't even do any animation updates either. So like JP had to go through like a year or two. I forget how long they had to go without an animation update, with no animation updates whatsoever. Lozengo finally broke that trend with the school Jalter, the schoolgirl Jalter event. An event or two ago on JP, where they finally updated Jean's and Jalter's animations. But that was like their first animation updates in like a year or two. And again, all that shit goes back to Lozengo being understaffed, because they don't want to pay their workers a decent wage. Surprise, surprise. I wonder where all their money's going to. Oh yeah, right, fucking Sony. Good thing you dropped the game, I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, at this point, unless you're super into the story, there are far better gacha games that you could be playing. Like this one. Like Honkai Star Rail. Protag, Gudako, and Gudo go through some shit in OC2. Cool. We should go through some more shit. Don't know if you should pull Robin or save and prep for Ruin May. Robin will still be very good. I would recommend you pull for whoever's available now, because you never know when Ruin May is gonna show up. I think Ruin May will probably be slightly stronger than Robin overall, but Robin's got some shit, man. Like, if her leaked kit makes it into beta, or at least most of it makes it into beta, bro, she's got some shit. So, like, I would highly recommend you roll for Robin first. Personally, I don't think Ruin May is going to come back for a while either, considering it hasn't been that long since her debut. It has been a couple of months though, because when did Ruin May come out? Like January? Maybe technically December. Actually, it has been 5 months. When did Ruin May come out actually? Like December, right? If it's December, then yeah, actually she might get a rerun soon, now that I think about it. And when I say soon, probably in like, I don't know, another 2 or 3 months, so you still got a little bit to go, but I would recommend rolling for Robin first, personally, if I were you. As a day 1 NA player, you're already in sunk cost jail. You should try to get yourself out of that mindset, man. Like, unless you truly enjoy FGO, it's not worth playing that game anymore. Like, unless you like really want to follow the story in game. Agree that it's half-assed for sure, yeah. Fucking blows dick, dude. Yeah, I heard Sony's fucking throwing Helldivers 2 down the shitter. To be fair, if it doesn't take that long to make a PlayStation 2 a PlayStation account, I probably wouldn't mind that much. I'm gonna have to check with my IRL friend Protagonist because he loves Helldivers 2. Fucking plays that shit every day, I think. Or at least he used to. Not sure about anymore, or not sure about these days. But I'm gonna have to ask him how if the new fucking PlayStation update, like the console account binding thing update, is really gonna be that big of a deal or not. They are trying. The problem with whatever Lazengo's doing now is that it's basically just more of the same shit. It's more of the same shit. Like, I see what they were trying to do with Alco. Like, people are saying that, oh yeah, Alco is supposed to be what Jekyll and Hyde was. No, she's not. The core concept behind Jekyll and Hyde was that they were supposed to be a stance switch character. Alco is not a stance switch character. At least not a proper one. She's like a fucking... She's like some fucking... Like, I guess I'm using this phrase again. A half-assed attempt at a stance character. And like, yeah, servants like Alco are cool and all, but they're just one-offs. What's Alco gonna do to the overall state of the game? She's no Castoria. She's no Koi and Skylight. And besides servants, Lazengo needs to do something to actually switch up the fucking content of FGO. Like, they're not doing anything meaningful. Like, they're not changing the game for the better. It's just more of the same shit with, you know, new fresh coats of paint over it every fucking 3-4 weeks. So, like, yeah, they're trying, but they're not trying hard enough. Like, I appreciate the effort, though. But if it's not a home run, then anything short of a home run, I'm not going to give a shit about. Dr. Ratio's going away in 5 days. Thoughts on this? You think new players will be fine without him until rerun? I mean, if you can get him for free, you should. He's very strong. Like, several rounds of MOC and Pure Fiction rely on you having him. Actually, I'm not sure about Pure Fiction, but this Pure Fiction cycle definitely highly encourages you to use your ratio, because it's dependent on the whimsical effect. It depends on how many follow-up attacks you can throw out. So, yeah, having Dr. Ratio on your team is very nice. Argentia hasn't rerun either. Yeah, Huohuo hasn't rerun either, and I'm still missing those two from back in 1.6. May will get paired with Jade. Yeah, perhaps. You might be right on that. FGO server kind of dead, not gonna lie. Which one, NA or JP? Because I'm sure JP is still popping. I mean, yeah, obviously JP is still popping, but yeah, NA, yeah, not so sure about NA. FGO will be fine as a side game. Yeah, if you want to just, you know, play it as a side game, that's fine, yeah. Whatever you want to do. Just understand that, you know, FGO is gonna be in the fucking shitter for the next however many years. don't even have the motivation to do like to clear AP on FGO nowadays. Now that you maxed out almost all your servants, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. Because, yeah, to be fair, what the fuck is the point? What is there in FGO to even play for? You mean for those who start the game after he's gone, you know, people are going to talk about it? I mean, it sucks that newer players who pick up Star Rail after Ratio is gone, yeah, it's going to suck that they missed out on the free Ratio. That's definitely going to blow. Actually, let me look up your original question, Bubba. Thoughts on this? You think new players will be fine without him until his rerun? Overall, I mean, unfortunately, Star Rail is the type of game where, like, if you don't have the latest units, then like clearing MOC, like clearing the latest cycles of MOC or pure fiction are going to be a lot tougher. It's not impossible, but like if you want a good shot at it, if you want a good shot at clearing MOC and pure fiction even without like the newest characters, like you better have some good, you better have some other really good 5-star characters at your disposal to begin with. So it's gonna suck for new players to not have Ratio. But you know, then again, along the same lines, it's always gonna suck for people who don't have the latest characters anyway. So it's like Ratio will ultimately just become another, you know, another 5-star character for newer players. Like, oh yeah, I wish we had him, but you know, since I don't, you know, I get to go suck some dick, I guess. The only difference with Ratio is that it's gonna sting a little bit more for newer players because they'll know that at one point they could have gotten Ratio for free had they just started the game earlier. But ultimately, they'll learn to play without him. Well, they'll learn to play the game without him. I don't know. Maybe MiHoYo can bring back the free copy of Ratio and during a later time, I guess. Maybe like next year or something. I don't know. That would be pretty cool to think about. But until something like that happens, yeah, we're not really gonna know. Oh fuck! Check this out. More info. Oh, what's this? Let's see, more of the Genshin, the new Genshin endgame, like info or whatever. I'd like to see some actual gameplay, cause like chart-based stuff like this doesn't really do it justice for me. I'd like to see some actual gameplay of that. I'm sure there's some floating around out there somewhere, but. Oh, it goes more of a side grade of Bazette where MP shifts something? Perhaps so. It's just that, bro, the most disappointing thing about Alco and JP right now is that, bro, I fucking called the whole, like, oh yeah, eventually we're gonna get a character, a servant in FGO, who will have some sort of, like, an install skill or, like, an install NP. And it'll turn all their face cards into AoE. Like check my Hololive Grand Order episode 2 or my second Hololive Grand Order video, and in one of my Iris profiles, I think it was the second one. I think maybe the second one. I gave Iris an NP that was an install NP, and it gave all her face cards AoE attacks. Like, Aoko could be so much fucking cooler had all of her face cards been AoE. But Lazangle just fucking pussied out and only gave her fucking Buster card and extra card AoEs. Which is so fucking lame, bro. Like, Alka would be so much fucking cooler if all of her cards were AoE. But no, AoE arts cards are gonna be too strong. Boo fucking who? So yeah, I'm pretty fucking disappointed by that. So Lazangle can go fuck themselves. I think my neighbor upstairs is fucking banging on his fucking floor again. For tonight, no, I will not shut the fuck up. Can't wait for the eventual fucking phone call he'll make to the to fucking security later tonight. And I'm not going to answer the door. We also got blue apples now. Yeah, thank God. Funnily enough, I still haven't... Well, I think I made 2. Yeah, I think I made 2 blue apples, but... I actually have no plans to actually make more of them, which is kind of funny. But I'm sure you guys will use them a lot. I think you saw VTuber girls say ratio sucked because building was hard. Yeah, that sounds like your typical Hoyoverse gacha player, or your typical New Age Hoyoverse player. Remember that most people who play gacha or most people who play Hoyoverse games have no fucking clue what they're talking about. So yeah, disregard their opinion immediately. Thing about FGO is that you don't have to farm for relics. Yeah, every gacha game has its pros and cons, obviously. However, I don't think anybody really favors the amount of fucking grinding you have to do in FGO. Because even with relic farming and artifact farming, like Genshin and Star Rail, building a character in a MiHoYo game, a New Age MiHoYo game, is far easier than trying to fucking level up a servant to their maximum ascension. Now, if you throw in, like, if you want to try to, like, if you want to account for, like, whenever you want to, like, min-max a character in, like, Genshin or Star Rail, like, you try to get them the best possible gear that you can get them, or as you want, or as you can possibly... As you can pull off. Ugh, English is hard tonight. But then again, when is it ever? Or when is it never? Or when is it not? If you also take into account, like, the amount of grind you would have to do to, like, absolutely min-max a single character in Genshin or Star Rail, and sure. Because obviously artifacts and relics have infinite farming potential. Because, you know, RNG, everyone's favorite. But realistically speaking, most people are never going to get them to that level. So, yeah, if we're talking about the average player experience, I think Star Rail and Genshin are far more bearable than whatever the fuck FGO has you do. Alco is just Buster and extra, so FGO is testing the water to see if this would be broken on Alco. Bro, they should not care about what's broken or not. They already broke the game several times over with, like, fucking Merlin, Scotty, Castoria, Koi and Sky, and then now Oberon. The fuck are they worried about broken for? Like, why does that fucking matter? fucking release somebody like Oberon, and oh my god, no, we can't give Aoko full AoE face cards because that would break the game. Fucking retard behavior, let me tell you. Let's be honest with ourselves. If the unit isn't being able to farm or boss slay, they get forgotten about instantly. I mean, that's kind of what happens in a game with over 400 fucking characters, or 500, or however many FGO's up to now at this point. At this point, FGO needs to do a full overhaul. Yeah, I agree. Or at least drastically change the kind of content pipeline that they've got set up. But who knows if they're going to do something like that. Not anytime soon, that's for sure. That's for fucking sure. You think NA would shorten the gap to JP if they're experiencing dead content? Or I think they should, yes. They should shorten it down to at least 1 year. 2 years was always a hard sell for me. But we dealt with it because back in the day, because FGO was still popping and it was still fun. As much as liberally as we can use the word fun here. But now, 6-7 years on, yeah, they should absolutely shorten the content gap between us and JP. Like, why does it still have to be 2 years? Like, just shorten it down to 1 year. Accelerate us to the point where we're only 1 year behind and we're Gucci. Like, I wouldn't mind just 1 year. And 1 year is still plenty of clairvoyance for us to work with. But 2 years? Yeah, nah, forget it. It's a unique skill set, but it feels half baked. Yeah, they didn't do it justice, or they didn't do Aoko enough justice, in my opinion. Wham! Balance! Wham! Hey, Lazy Chair, how's it going, man? Agree with Aoko being terrible and pointless. I don't think she'll be pointless. And I don't think she's bad either. It's just that, like, she has a few, like, very glaring flaws, at least in my opinion, that just kind of made me go, like, why? Actually, I still need to make my, what is it? I still gotta make my, my MiHoYo servant, or MaHoYo servant, not MiHoYo, MaHoYo servant, analysis video. So maybe I'll get that done over the weekend or something. And I'll try to explain myself, explain why I don't think Aoko's that great in my opinion, or why I don't like Aoko's kit that much in my, that much. So hopefully I'll be a little bit more elaborate there. You find that whole thing with Snowbreak so funny, like they were on the brink of death and decided to double down on the fan service and reaping the rewards. Part of it is, I think, is due to the fact that they're competing with Girls Frontline 2 in mainland China, and so because of the NTR or the cuck drama that, Girls Frontline 2 had gone through, Snowbreak devs saw that as an opportunity to like leech players away from GFL 2. But yeah, whatever the case, yeah, definitely them going full Coomer definitely worked out for them, yeah. Not gonna be getting the gacha stuff, Nika. He fucked up and got the wrong gift cards. Oof, sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully be careful next time. Make sure you get the right cards. Yeah, we're cooking with it and they suddenly turn on. So yeah, that's a good way to put it, Sedexa. I'm more inclined to agree with you on that one. Yeah. Again, like several glaring issues that I have with her overall kit. Like, the fact that she needs 2 NPs to actually start doing damage with her NP, right? Like, a 2-stage NP, which on paper it's cool and all, but like once you get over the whole, like, oh my god, her first NP animation looks so fucking cool, then you'll realize, wait a minute, why can't I just go straight into her second MP right away? Like, why do I have to fucking sit there and watch her first MP? Like, that's kind of dumb from a gameplay perspective. Second, when she goes into her Super Alco form, like, she basically doesn't have a third skill. Like, why on earth would you ever willingly use her fucking third skill? Like, it's literally Liz Ryder, or not Liz Ryder, Saber Liz's third skill situation all over again. Oh, guess what? I have 100% charge. Oh, well, you know what I'm not, you know what I feel like not doing? Or you know what I feel like doing right now? I'm going to use all my MP just to use my third skill. Oh, cool. Thanks, bro. Holy fucking shit. Who thought that was a good idea? Yeah, whoever made Super Alco's third skill, needs to low-tier god themselves. Holy shit, that's so fucking stupid. What NTR drama with Girls Frontline 2? Oh, there was some, if you want me to explain it, I will. But very, very long story short. Chinese players got pissed at a certain point in the story in Girls Frontline 2 because they thought that a character, like a very popular character, was getting like cucked, or was either getting cucked away from them, or they were the ones getting cucked. Don Quixote has a similar skill where he drains his own MP. Yeah, but is it 100%? And even if it is, at least he's only a 4-star. To be fair, it's only 50%. Oh yeah, only 50%. Oh yeah, my bad, bro. Fucking my bad. Oh, it's 50% only now. What a great buff. Am I right, chat? Surprised they didn't give Alco a shift ability. That's what I'm saying, Ivan. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking saying. If you want to do a good stance, a proper stance character in a game like FGO, bro, I fucking made a stance character fucking years ago. In my first Hololive Grand Order video with Fubuki. I don't know if anybody here remembers watching my Hololive Grand Order videos, but bro, I made a stance switch character, a good one, at least much better than whatever the fuck Lazango can come up with. In Fubuki's profile, where she's a stance switch character where she can switch between Fubuki and then or she can switch between Shirakami and Kurokami, right? Between Fubuki and Fubuki Alter, between Shirakami and then Kurokami, yeah, like I said. And the way she does it is off her first skill, or like her which skill was it again? It was like either a first or a third one. Pretty sure it was the first one. But, yeah, that's how you do a stance switch character in FGO. Instead of having it on their fucking NP, have it tied to a skill, because you have 3 skills, right? Every servant in FGO has 3 skills, but they only have 1 NP, unless your name is Aoko, apparently. But even then, her first NP doesn't do anything except it just turns her into Super Alco, which means that you're wasting time, in a round of MP charge to fucking get her actual MP, which is fucking stupid. Whereas if you give a stance switch character their stance switch mechanic on a skill, they at least have 2 other skills to work with, right? And you can put God knows how many effects on a skill. So yeah, go fucking crazy. But no, Lazango insists on giving the stance switch mechanic to servants as NPs for some fucking reason. Holy fucking shit, drives me off a fucking wall, man. The reaction for my holy servant is very funny. When Alco was revealed, everybody thought she was gonna be broken. Now everyone thinks she's mid. Alice thought everyone was mid, and then now they think she's great. I haven't seen Alice's kit yet, but I would not be surprised if that's the case. Would not be fucking surprised. Again, chat, if you want me to explain in more detail the fucking Girls Frontline 2 and the Girls Frontline 2 cuck drama, I can. Cause yeah, there's a lot more nuance to it than just, oh yeah, Chinese incels are fucking batshit insane, which they are, but there's a backstory to it, or there's more context to it. Anyways, let's beat up Sam. What am I doing here? Slap him with the book. It's only 30%. 30% is still quite a lot, though. I suppose it's better than 50 or even a fucking 100, I guess. But actually, can Don Quixote use his MP charge drain skill even at 0%? Because if he can, that's a different story then. Because all you would need to do is make sure you pop it when he has very little MP charge, and if he still gets the full effects, then you know why the fuck not. Let's see. But I'm not sure if that's the case. Yeah. Yeah. You're interested in hearing it? Sure, okay. Keep in mind that I don't actually play Girls Frontline 2, at least not yet. Assuming they're even gonna come out with a global server anytime soon. Which is highly doubtful at this point. But, you know, holding out hope for it still. Anyways, remember that I don't play Girls Frontline 2, so I may not have the whole story. I'm probably not gonna get the whole story right, or yeah, whatever. So there's my little disclaimer there. Basically, Girls Frontline 2's cuck drama really started kicking off when after Girls Frontline 2 released, Chinese players got to a certain part of the story where a very popular character named Type 95, she goes by a different name in GFL 2, was seen basically having like a relationship or something with some story NPC or whatever. So there's a couple layers to this. First of all, the waifu character, Type 95, she was in the first game, Girls Frontline 1, because obviously this is GFL 2, which is the sequel. Whereas Girls Frontline 1 was the first game, and she appeared there too, where she's known as Type 95. Another layer to this, Type 95 is a Chinese rifle, because Girls Frontline 1, or the Girls Frontline series rather, GFL 1 and GFL 2, the characters in it, the playable characters in those games, are based off of real-life small arms, or real-life guns, basically. So like the characters are literally named after the guns they use. So Type 95 obviously uses the Chinese Type 95 assault rifle, bullpup assault rifle, and it was, I believe, it's still their national issue. It's still their standard issue rifle, unless they're phasing it out for the QBZ 191, which I think is only available to certain units. And I believe the Type 95 should still be the standard issue for now, whatever the case. So yeah, so not only is Type 95 is a Chinese rifle, so therefore a Chinese waifu. So you know for a fact that Chinese players are going to fucking love her, and they do. No surprises there. Not only that, but the guy she's apparently in a relationship with, whether she isn't or not, is kind of almost doesn't matter, because if the Chinese think something is this way, they're gonna fucking believe it. So the character in this story, in Girls From Line 2's story, apparently is a fucking dick. Like a fucking asshat. And so the fact that like a very popular waifu for the Chinese players was appearing to like go out or like have some sort of a deeper relationship with this fucking dipshit from the story, that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Thirdly, the third layer here, in modern Chinese media, a very common trope is that if you see a guy and a girl together, right? If they're in a relationship, but something happens to the guy, right? Either he goes away for a long time or like he dies or some shit. The girl is expected to never remarry, never hook up with any other guy, just mourn his death forever, or something like that. Basically, the trope or the mindset of oh, this girl belongs to me, she only exists for me, is extremely common in Chinese media. Like to the point where like it's a fucking trope. So the reason why a big reason why you see so many fucking Chinese incels, right? Or so many instances of like Chinese players fucking exploding over, you know, their waifu or whatever, is because of that. Or it's in large part because of that. Because it's a very common thing for them to believe that, oh yeah, their girl has to exist for the guy. And again, obviously Girls From Line 2 isn't the only example of this. You see this shit in a lot of other places too. Or you see this we've seen this happen in a lot of other places too, naturally. But like the Girls From Line 2 cuck drama basically perfectly encapsulates that. Not only that, but the whole cuck drama was technically only one incident of like a very long string of incidents that Girls From Line 2's just been fucking bogged down with. Girls From Line 2's had a lot of fucking drama over the course of its development, and it's over the course of its release. Like Mika Team just can't seem to fucking be able to make a game or develop or maintain a game without getting their asses fucking chest deep in shit somehow. But Girls From Line 2 unfortunately seemed to be no exception, where they just had drama after drama after drama after drama. Like literally, it was like it started out like okay, it's like kind of a big deal, but whatever with its survival, to like it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse, culminating in this fucking cuck drama, and that just fucking set people off. So maybe if the cuck drama on its own were the only thing that happened, if it were the only drama that happened, maybe it wouldn't be as bad. But like the game having so much other drama leading up to it, certainly didn't help. So it was just like the last straw for a lot of Chinese players before they just fucking went apeshit. Again, no. I'm just retelling. I'm just being a good historian and retelling people in my chat who hadn't heard the story before. The story of Girls From Line 2's whole fucking cuck drama. And that's not happening again. Again, I'm just explaining it again. Stream having problems or just me? I think it's just you. Anyone else having problems with chat? Yeah, it's probably just you, Rex Nemesis. Hey KDMC, welcome back. That was informative. Yeah, I try my best. But hopefully, that sheds some new light on why Chinese players are the way they are. Hell, I'll even give you a more socio-political reason, another political, social, or socio-political layer to it too. Remember that in China there is a massive gender imbalance. No thanks to China's whole fucking one-child policy bullshit. Yeah, China's kind of fucked demographically. So the brutal reality of many Chinese, young Chinese, is that a lot of the vast majority, maybe not vast majority, but a lot of their guys will never marry, simply because there aren't enough women. There just aren't, and there just are not anywhere near as many girls as there are guys, because you know, Asian culture fucking highly values the guys over the girls. Classic East Asian fucking mentality. God. So, yeah, that certainly doesn't help. So, like honestly, like, anime is the best a lot of young Chinese are ever gonna get. If we're gonna be perfectly honest here. Because unless they move out of China, and they probably most of them probably will not. There ain't no way in hell a lot of them are even gonna get married. Even if all young women in China actually got married and started having kids, or got married and hooked up with somebody and started making families and shit. And you know for a fact a lot of them will not. So it's like, there's that layer to it too if you want to go that far. Maybe they'll have to share. Oh no, yeah, maybe the CCP will have to legalize polygamy or some shit. Isn't that also the case outside of China? Yeah, it is, but our focus is on China, so. China, Japan, Korea have the same culture like this. Yeah, they're all basically in the same shitty position. I mean, we all have pretty similar mindsets too, so, you know. East Asians, am I right? And people think we're smart. Maybe in some things, but... People think we're smart. Oh, how wrong they were. Apparently among the East Asian countries, Japan actually has the highest birth rate. Actually, probably true. Because at least with Japan has had such a low birth rate for so long. Like, they've been trying to fix their birth rate. It's not like their plans haven't really been, like, entirely successful. But, like, at the very least, like, they've come to recognize that it's a problem. I mean, that's how we got the whole fucking Shinzo Abe meme of him, like, pointing the gun at the camera saying, you know, I am no longer asking have sex, right? You know that meme, right? The Shinzo Abe agenda of stop watching anime and go fuck some real women. But like that's pretty indicative of Japan's situation. It's like they've had such a low birth rates for so goddamn long that actually they're kind of starting to pull through it. Like they're starting to slowly figure something out. They're not done yet, but like they're at least 30 years ahead of the curve, ahead of like Korea or China at least. And they're starting to figure something out. So, like, yeah, Japan having a higher birth rate than those the other East Asian countries might actually not be too inaccurate. Eastern mindset. Hey man, you liking Panaki now that Firefly came back? No. For one, 2.1, Firefly only showed up for like the last 3 seconds of 2.1. So other than the last 3 seconds, the rest of 2.1 is pretty fucking mid. Not only that, but like I'm pretty sure the story doesn't ever imply that there's no hints throughout the story that Firefly would ever come back. Like she just dies at the end of 2.0 and it just suddenly comes back in 2.1. Like, oh, it's so over. Now we're so back. Like, okay, where's the where were like some of the hints that we could have gotten to like maybe expect Firefly to come back or some shit, you know? Other than the whole like, oh yeah, she died in a dream world, so technically she's not actually dead yet. So no, unfortunately, Sandokrine, if that's how I say your name. No, I don't think Penacony's story is good. At best, it's pretty mid. Besides my whole Firefly meme, though, I can go into a little bit more detail as to why I think 2.0 Penacony's story has been mid so far. I mean, it boils down to pacing, to be honest with you. Like, Penacony's story has terrible pacing. At least by my standards. Why is it mid? Again, the pacing. Main problem is the pacing. Genuinely asking because people keep praising Penacony's story. Yeah, because most Hoyoverse players have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to gacha games. I don't say that to be an elitist. I've just played too many gacha games to know otherwise. But if you want me to go into a little bit more detail about it, I will. I will gladly. But yes, the main problem is pacing. The pacing is god awful in Penacony. And in my opinion, the main culprit for that is because Star Rail and Genshin have they're what I like to call 3D storytelling, or they use what I like to call 3D storytelling, where they use like 3D character models and like camera angles and like set up scenes in order to depict what's going on in the story, which I don't like. At least not anymore. I used to, back when Genshin first came out, because it was new and exciting. Oh my god, like it's so cool seeing characters like actually do shit and move around on the screen, as opposed to just being static sprites or images on your screen instead, and like your more traditional like visual novel format. But after 3 years of Genshin, like I've come to realize that 3D storytelling is not it. At least not the way MiHoYo does it. And the fact that Star Rail is basically just more of the same just is a huge fucking bummer for me. It's just like, oh boy, here we go again. Another fucking 3 years of this shit. Alright, strap yourselves in, boys. But yeah, the whole 3D storytelling model contributes to it. But my main problem with Penacony's story so far is the it's god-awful pacing. I'm gonna look up another music playlist that we can play, that I can play. Maybe I can play the EDM playlist, maybe? Or is it, yeah, this one. Yeah, there we go. They're trying to be more different than what we have when we have a lot of Western games that excel in storytelling and how dialogues are presented. They don't. Oh, you're saying that they're not trying to be different when we have. I don't think I quite understand where you're going with that. I think I get the general gist though. I mean, I wasn't even thinking about like comparing like MiHoYo games to like Western games, because like I assume you're trying to compare them to like single player Western games, right? Like non-gacha. Here's the thing. With gacha games, since gacha games are live service games, if you have a serious story, you have to actually keep telling it, right? It's not like a regular game where the story just ends after a certain point, right? Because you're done with the game. Because in actual true single player games, you better put an effort to into telling the story, because in a single player game, story is one of the only things you fucking have. Unless your name is like unless your name is FromSoft and you can make like fucking Elden Soulsborne copies over and over. You know, if you ever want to know how fucking, you know, lore-based storytelling ever goes, you know, play a fucking FromSoft game. But excluding that, and obviously Soulsborne games aren't even Western games in the first place. But yeah, I wasn't even trying to compare MiHoYo to any like single-player Western game. But whether they're trying to be different or not, in my opinion, what they're doing with Genshin Star Rail is, to me, I don't find it very entertaining anymore. I think that 3D storytelling in the way that MiHoYo does it just is not very conducive to making making a good story presentation. Because in my opinion, it just limits them way too much. Because like when they make a story, or when they draft a storyline for like Genshin or Star Rail, they have to fucking set up all the scenes for that shit too, right? Which I imagine a lot of time and effort is put into just thinking about how they would even present the story to begin with if you have 3D models. And I think that's time and energy and money that they could be using instead to actually just focus on the story itself. Like, make the story actually good. Because in more traditional gacha games, that use the more traditional visual novel style of story depiction, since you don't have to worry about like setting up scenes as you would with like a 3D game, you can afford to focus all your effort, your time, money, budget into just writing the damn story. Or at least that's how it should be. That's how it should work. And then you spend a little bit of time, money, budget, or time, effort, budget on like either maybe a few special effects, right? Maybe some effects to like showcase what, like, better depict what's going on without having to resort to like 3D models or anything. And like character expressions too, right? That's another minor criticism that I have of Genshin games, or MiHoYo games, at least for Genshin and Star Rail specifically, is that because they're using 3D models, their characters aren't very expressive, right? Because with 3D models, remember, unless it's a custom animated scene that MiHoYo does for like a crucial scene in during like a crucial point in the plot or something, right? It's not going to be hand animated. It's just going to be animated with fucking stock animation, stock character models, and other bullshit like that. So again, that sort of thing was cool and was okay in the beginning, right back in like 2020, 2021. But now I'm just fucking sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of seeing fucking stock characters or stock NPC models, and even, you know, your actual characters in both games just run or walk around doing fucking stock animation bullshit. Like, that shit is so boring to me now. Like, it kills the immersion so fucking hard, man. That and the characters themselves don't really have expressions, which for Star Rail is even weirder, because like literally in Star Rail there's like you can go to like the profile or something, and like you can, like, every character has like a list of expressions that they can make, which is like, okay, you gave them these expressions, but you don't actually use them in a story. What the fuck is the point of this, other than just like, you know, just casual fluff bullshit, right? Like, you have these assets, fucking use them. Like, literally the best expressions I've seen in Star Rail are March like narrowing her eyes at you after you say something fucking dumb, right? Like, because her reactions are genuinely funny, at least to me. And all she's doing is just squinting her eyes, right? She's just narrowing her eyes at you, looking at you as if she's trying to tell you, like, what the fuck did you just say? But even something as simple as that is fun to watch, right? You want to see other characters' reactions. You want to see like different expressions and different reactions that your other characters, just characters in general, have to what the hell is going on in front of them, or around them rather. But you're not really gonna get that in Genshin or Star Rail. Because again, stock animations, stock NPC models, blah blah blah. We've seen this shit 3 years in a row now. And at the same time, like, I understand why MiHoYo can't do it all, because obviously if they can't hand animate the entire fucking story. I mean, maybe they can, but like that would mean that they would have to sacrifice, you know, a lot of their budget that they could be doing on, you know, doing other things instead. Like, you know, developing new regions or some shit. But unfortunately, that's the decision they decided to make. And so, you know, the price they're paying now is that the story isn't as engaging as it used to be. Even if, technically speaking, the storylines themselves are getting better, like the actual plot lines are getting better, right? Furina's 4.2 Ark Conquest and Genshin is probably the single best storyline in the game, probably. Even then, it has its issues, mainly pacing once again, because, you know, MiHoYo. But like, the story has been getting better, but it almost doesn't really matter because, like, it's still the usual fucking, you know, 3D bullshit, and MiHoYo doesn't know how to fucking pace a story correctly, so, you know, here you go, here's some fucking, you know, oh yeah, Focalord just comes out of nowhere and says, hey, what's up, dudes? Oh, I'm actually the real Hydrarch, by the way. Oh, blah, 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 you know, exposition to Novala explain why she did the things she did. Okay, alright, peace, I'm gonna go fucking, you know, guillotine myself now. Alright, peace out, bros. By the way, take care of Fontaine for me. Haha, see ya. Technically, Bad Apple is copyrighted, I think. Whatever, who fucking cares? I don't care. You're not a fan of its how it's all tell not show. Yeah, exactly. I talked about the same thing earlier this week when I finished Panakini's story too. I think last Sunday. Yeah, and unfortunately, MiHoYo has to go the whole tell not show route, precisely because of their limitations in storytelling. Yeah. Like, some people might say, oh, it's because the average Hoyoverse fan is too stupid to understand, to follow like an actual good story. I think it's more because they simply can't. Because again, they've chosen to follow this whole 3D method of storytelling. And fortunately, I do think I believe MiHoYo at least understands this, or like they know this, because if you look at Z3, right, Zenless Zone Zero, their newest game, right? Hopefully it'll come out later this year in like July or something, apparently. If you watch that game, right, a lot of its storytelling is like either through like these comic book panels, right, or like, you know, manga / comic style panels or some shit. Or like they still use 3D models, obviously, but they're now formatted in like a visual novel setup where you see like the characters themselves and they're technically static. They're still 3D models, but they're just standing in one place, right? They don't move around or anything, and they just talk, and but they have their own expressions or some shit. And so I think MiHoYo actually does understand that that's a problem, which is why they've shifted their storytelling depiction methods so drastically in Z3, and they've gone back to the traditional visual novel style, just with 3D models. Because if they didn't think it was a problem, why would they have felt the need to change that? You know, at least that's how I see it. But yeah, I agree with you, Santa Crine. That was one of the problems. That was one of the problems I outlined in my last stream, or my earlier stream earlier this week, or earlier during this Sunday. Yeah. Ugh. That MiHoYo tends to tell, not show, like most of their shit. Are we getting SSR selected this year? No, but we are getting a free SSR, we are getting a free 5-star ticket. So you can, if you don't have scoped yet, you can finally pick your own scope. Also, one last thing, one last gripe with the 2.1 story that I'll put out there, because I know you'll probably ask me about it eventually. But what is it? Aventuring's backstory, I think was fine. I think its biggest problem wasn't the fact that they gave like Aventuring specifically a backstory. I don't mind that. My problem with it is that it didn't make me care about him. It didn't really make me care more about the story overall. Like, all it was a backstory, and that was it. Cause like, if you're gonna give a backstory to a character, like, I would hope that it like affects it has something to do with the bigger picture of the overall story a little bit. But like as far as we know for 2.1, it didn't really. It was just Aventuring's backstory and that was it. And so because of that, it just came off as like a fucking sob story for his ass. You know, oh, his family's dead. He's the last of his kind. You know. Oh, you know, you're like the fucking chosen one of his people or some shit. And so he's got to win this bet because he's a gambler and that's what he is, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, bro. I don't really fucking care. Wanna make it separate? Yeah, like maybe make it his character quest or something like that, yeah. I suppose because of what happens to him at the end of 2.1, I suppose they can't make it a character quest. So they had to include it as part of the main story, to be fair. But yeah, they should have kept that as part of 2.0. They should have kept that as like a or they should have made it like some sort of like a character quest, yeah. That would have been a lot better. Like they didn't need to like splurge his backstory as a part of 2.1 now. Like, he's not gonna die. At least I don't expect him to die in Panacony. Like, I expect him to come back. Right? They'll bullshit some reason to make him come back. Because, like, plot armor is his literal in-universe as power. So, like, yeah, he's gonna survive the fucking black hole. Because reasons. So, yeah, just hold off on giving us his backstory until he comes back. And then you can drop his character quest. Where it goes into more detail about his backstory. Like, yeah, that would have been better. But yeah, having it as part of the main story was kind of weird. But I have issues with it that are a little bit different from what most other people's issues are with that. If that makes any sense. I'm different. Still think Stario is presented a lot better than Genshin, simply because it's a newer game, probably. But to me, they just kind of mesh together in my head. So you may be right, but it's to the point where I'm at the point where I don't really care if I don't really care if you are right or not. Could have just released that as like a character quest in 2.0. Maybe not 2.0. Yeah, maybe not 2.0. Actually, when do we meet? Yeah, technically speaking, we do meet Aventuring right at the beginning, so maybe they could have given it to us as a 2.1 character quest, maybe. But that wouldn't really make sense because character quests are only available when the character actually comes out. So, then again, they could always just break tradition, to be fair, but. Reminds you of Ayaka, yeah. My guess is that just like Ayaka's side quest, somebody on the Star Rail dev team was just like a huge fucking fan of adventuring. Like some senior developer was like a huge fucking adventuring shrimp or something, and they fucking put him up at the forefront of 2.1 story just because they could. But that's kind of what it comes off as, if I'll be honest. Uh, 2D illustrations are fine, but sometimes you feel like they're at a cost cut, so they won't animate a proper cutscene. If you're talking about just like regular, like most other gacha games that don't do that go for the more traditional visual novel style, I mean, bro, it's expensive as fuck animating a single scene. That's why even Genshin doesn't do it all the time. Like, you would think with how much money MiHoYo makes, they would fucking animate the entire fucking story for Genshin, but even they don't do that. Because it's going to take them way too long. Even if they have the money for it, which they might, they probably don't have the time to do it. They probably don't have the time or the manpower to, like, animate the entire story. I mean, let me remind you of the fact that we still haven't heard about the Genshin anime ever since 2 fucking years ago. Or a year and a half ago, or whenever it was that we first got the teasers for it. So, like, if they can't even fucking give us news about how the anime is going, or how the anime production side is going, then, like, how do you expect them to fucking animate more than just a few cutscenes in the actual game itself? But yeah, for the most part, most other games not having like a 3D storytelling model, it's because it's just gonna cost them way too goddamn much. At least most of the time. So I suppose you are right in the sense that it is a cost-cutting measure, but like, what other choice do you have? A lot of games don't even have the infrastructure to support like 3D storytelling either. At least FGO certainly doesn't. Don't animes take like 3-4 years? Yeah, if they're good. Or if they're decent. So yeah, Ufotable is probably super fucking busy. Then again though, you know, you see that, and then you see Hypergriff announcing on a consistent basis like a second, third, and fourth season for Ark Knights? Like, how'd they fucking pull that shit off? And MiHoYo can't even give us an update on how the Genshin anime is going. Again, it's probably because they're working with Ufotable, and we all know how Ufotable is. But like, bro, at least some sort of update would be nice. Instead of just complete fucking radio silence for the last a year and a half. Didn't Ufotable say they were finishing anime in Demon Slayer? I mean, I don't know anime. I don't follow anime news. So, if that's supposed to be an explanation as to why we haven't gotten an update on the Genshin anime, then sure, I'll take it. But, like, if that's the case, why the fuck did MiHoYo feel the need to announce an anime that we weren't even gonna get for another fucking 4 or 5 years? Why did they announce it so fucking early? Yeah, it's probably another Genshin Switch incident again. Or it certainly feels like one. The adventure was apparently super popular with the girls. Yeah, I don't doubt that. So they milked the hell out of them by giving him so much screen time. And merch, yet no surprises there. No fucking surprises there. Because money. Because money. What's Genshin Switch? Oh, during year 1 of Genshin, apparently MiHoYo had plans to port Genshin Impact over to the Nintendo Switch. Except that never happened because they apparently signed a better deal with Sony, which is why you can play Genshin Impact on PlayStation 4 and 5 now. Same thing with Star Rail, and most likely the same thing is going to happen with Zenless Zone Zero. I think you told me about that already, Hannah. And in case you haven't, I wouldn't be surprised. Plus Yo Star Studios, Aaron Blue Archive. Yeah, Blue Archive is going on right now, I'm pretty sure. It's too bad we're gonna waste this on these fuckers. Hit with the double fucking whammy there, huh? Triple whammy even. Man, all these fucking TV sets going off like that really fucking bricked the run. Holy shit, that was awful. Between Sparkle and Robin, where should Bronny's light cone go? Probably still Sparkle. It's still not the best on her, because I don't know why you would use Bronny's light cone on Robin? Yeah, I'm not sure why you would use it on Robin. Unless you speed tune, but that still involves speed tuning anyway, so it's like, okay, whatever. Writers gotta step up their game. They really need to shorten dialogue. I think only the EN translation has that issue where they're bloating it hard. Meanwhile, CN doesn't seem to complain about that. Oh, it's my personal take is that the Chinese players don't mind having very lengthy or wordy stories. They're used to that shit. Like my knowledge of Chinese wushu novels are like basically sword fantasy novels, which is kind of like their version of like medieval fantasy type setting kind of shit. Like, you know how us Westerners had like medieval fantasy shit like D&D. The equivalent for the cultural equivalent for the Chinese are like they're called wushu novels. So they're spelled like Wuxia, Xia, yeah. And they're pronounced wushu, or something like that. And from what I've heard, like wushu novels are extremely verbose and wordy. So like culturally, they're very used to that already, which would probably explain why they don't have a problem with it. Oh, excuse me. Wushu novels are insane long, but they were made for like newspapers, not so much to be binged in like one setting though. Yeah, you might be right, 420 Blaze it, but like remember, these are gacha players we're talking about here. These are players. These are people who fucking no life games like Genshin and Star Rail, and then bitch like 3 days later about how the games don't have enough content. But yes, I do agree, Santa Crane. I think they do need to step up their actual story writing game, though. Well, he's got some energy back. Even with the perfect score on first side, second side was just god fucking awful. Oh yeah, I suppose I could just bring Adventuring for this. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm supposed to use fucking Adventuring's ass for this. Oh yeah, alright. I forgot. How could I forget? Ah yes, but of course. He's a new character. Of course I'm supposed to fucking use him. I can actually technically could bring Sparkle for this. I don't know if I should though. Oh god, I'm fucking tired. Sure, fuck it. Guess I'll try, guess I will try, Sparkle for a second half.
パーツアップグレード
鳴り響き燃やし尽くせ根は戻る
リスクが高いかも言ってハム市場あ長期間見据えるのが成功の秘訣
逃がさないわ
くるりん
逃がさないわ
くるくる
逃がさないわ命がいずれ風に吹き落とされる
感謝してね
戦闘は設計みたいなもの
私がこんな大きなダイヤモンドあげるねくるりん
やっ逃がさないわ
くるくる
まだ分かって人間は星空を掌握する欲望を隠さない私もよ
くるりん
Yeah, using Acheron for second sight. This pure fiction relies heavily on follow-up attackers.
くるくる
So Acheron actually is not ideal for this. I'm sure you could still make her work though. Gotta go now. Alright, Chaos Lord, thanks for hanging out. Catch you next time. Genshin really does need to step up his storytelling. I mean, we'll see what happens in Natlan, but I highly doubt it's gonna get any better. I'm sure it will get better, but by how much is the question. And unfortunately, I don't really have high hopes.
言ってハムくるりん
生命は呼吸するはっ
何見てはっそう
逃がさないわちゃんと直さないとふっはっ
くるくる私がこんな大きなダイヤモンドあげるね
逃がさないわ
くるりん
逃がさないわ
くるくる
本質は同じ命はいずれ風に吹き落とされる
ハーブ焦らないの市場が長期間見据えるのが成功の秘訣
熟した。
壊れちゃう。
まだわかっ人間は星空を掌握する欲望を隠さない。私もよ。
くるりん。研究の価値あり。はっ。生産しましょう。そこまで。感謝してね。はっと。私がこんな大きなダイヤモンドあげるね。くるくる。
戦闘は設計みたい。やっ
Ooh, 10% or 10 health.
評価を始めるね。行って、カブ。ダメ。
人は文をわきまえることを学ぶべきだ。
For Star Rail, anything goes, but they need to make planet stories more engaging since we don't have a clear end goal in terms of story yet. Yeah, exactly. And we already discussed that before on the Sunday stream. Akron's too strong. Yeah, you're probably right. Should probably clear this easy still. Fuck your mechanics and shit. One of your gripes of Panakini story is that it starts off okay in 2.0. I think you meant to say 2.0. But then they said that people don't die in dreams, which kind of ruins the shock value of when Robin, Firefly, and Sunday get killed. With how dramatically they do depict it, and with like the shenanigans happening in Panakini, like I'm pretty sure at some point it's gonna be like, oh, but when you die, you actually stay dead and shit like that. Cause like. For example, like they haven't drip marketed Sunday, so like there could be a chance that Sunday actually dies for real, right? And you never get to we will never be able to get him as an actual playable character. But yeah, to be fair though, remember that Star Rail is a Chinese game. And normally Chinese devs can't get away too much with like killing characters off. Like if you're a Chinese dev, you better have some fucking balls. You gotta have some balls to with a capital B to kill off characters and not have your own players come after your own throat for doing so. So at least with Star Rail, Panakini being a dream world is kind of clever in the sense that here developers actually do have the freedom to kill off characters, but still have the option select of being like, oh, but they're not actually dead, right? Because it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Is the thing about the meme death is that it kills them IRL? Yeah, something like that, probably. But then again, who is it? Firefly got killed by the meme, and she comes back just fine. So she must be like the exception or something like that. But yeah, I do agree with you to a certain extent, Sando Cream, because that was kind of my issue with Firefly dying. Like Firefly dying wasn't so much the problem, it's just I just felt like it just was too fast. It happened way too early. Like imagine if they had spent all of 2.0 and then like most of like 2.1 like developing your relationship with Firefly, and then they kill her off at, like, for example, instead of end of 2.0, they kill her off at the end of 2.1. And, like, imagine how much more painful that would have been. tell that to the company that actually does that all the time. I forgot the context to that already, so you're gonna have to remind me what you're even talking about. It's like how in Fontaine people were being dissolved, aka killed, and Novelet would revive them all at the end of the Archon quest after he gets his powers back. I don't think Novelet could turn humans or turn the Fontanians back into humans. I don't think the Archon quest depicted that ever. All he was able to do was dispel the curse that Fontanians had of when they touch the primordial water or some shit, they get dissolved immediately or some shit. I think that's all he does. I don't think he actually Jesuses anybody back. Like, back to being human again. Unless I missed something. They're proud of how they wrote Fontaine. I mean, it's that typical company speak, you know? That corporate speak. The corpo speak. Yeah, of course they're gonna tell you they're proud of how their story turned out. What do you mean? They're gonna tell you, oh yeah, we didn't like how we wrote Fontaine, so we're gonna change next time? It's like, yeah, of course not gonna fucking tell you that. What'd you expect? Honkai. Oh, you mean as in like just killing characters off? Oh yeah, I think I've heard some stories, yeah. Honkai Impact writers kill off a character and expect you to call it peak writing, huh? Or expect you to call it peak fiction? Let's see, Dr. Ratio or... We'll go with Ratio.
僕が質問する。
Hey, what's going on, Unsen? I believe that's how the katakana reads. How's it going, bro?
テスト。
当たりだ。
立ちなさい。
買いだ。サイは投げられた。すべてを失うか、はたまた手に入れるか。
チェックメイト。
遊んでよ、動じないで。
回答を楽しみ。答えてみろ。マイナスだ。
素晴らしい。さようなら。
存在とは知識は尺と真理を探り語尾を根絶する。
ベッド。
落ち着いて。
気をつけて。
マイナスだ。
イカ様はなしだ。買いだ。
Okay, there's 60,000. Yeah, second team is a lot harder. Second half is a lot harder to clear because of the annoying fucking TV fuckers. But it's okay. 60k is still 60k. Nobla didn't do any of that Jesus shit, but just saying if it would have been oh, you were just saying that it would have been lame ass writing if he was able to do that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, like the people who already died should stay dead, cause yeah, the whole like him being able to just Jesus everybody back would have been kind of lame. Like unless they made it very clear from the start that excuse me. Unless they made it very clear from the start of Fontaine's story, that there is a chance for Fontanians to like come back even after they've been turned, then sure. But they never did that, so you know. Yeah, they can go fuck themselves. Also, Iridify, how's it going, man? Thanks so much for the 7-month resub. Welcome back. Like my analysis, even if I threatened to ban you. Oh yeah, now that you mention it. Yeah, I do remember doing that once. But I never did, so don't worry about it. I forgot what it was for. All I remember is that me threatening to ban you was, it sounds very familiar for some reason. It was for 2 points. Oh, okay, I see. Well, thankfully, I don't remember the exact nature of why I threatened to ban you, but I'll take your word for it. But yeah, I've already gotten over that, so. Also, the guy who wrote Panacony is known for making unique characters that you can pull for just to immediately kill them off. His whole thing is mostly killing character off. His name is Xiao Ji, right? Or some shit like that. I don't know what the proper intonation is. But he's the dude who, like, he has like that roundish face, looks like a fucking nerd, kind of like me. And showed up at several of the Star Rail preview streams, right? Because I'm pretty sure he showed up during the Chinese New Year stream, right? Yeah, nerds. But yeah, if it's that guy, then yeah, the dude who apparently wrote the chapter where he kills off Himiko in Honkai Impact. Yeah, like at first, because I don't play Honkai Impact, I was like, oh wow, we're actually getting the dude who wrote Honkai into to write something for Star Rail for Panakani. So at first I was excited, and then I read Panakani, and I saw how that shit was written. And I was like, is this thing like legit? Like my first my first thought after I finished 2.0 story was like, is this all he's capable of? Like, is the only thing that he's good at just killing off characters? And like, I mean, hell, just going off what you wrote or giving off what you're saying, maybe it is. Maybe all he knows is just how to fucking kill characters. Any hype for Wuwa? Yeah, sure, yeah. I'm looking forward to Wuwa. I still have to do their web event though. I think I've got a lot of time. We have a lot of time on that shit, right? Like basically lasts until the launch of the game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Wuwa. I'm sad that since I have a job now, that requires me to go into the fucking office, I can't just sit here and fucking 24/7 no life Wuwa like all the other cool content creators will. So that's gonna blow. Ugh. Pretty sure it's on Pridwin. Yeah, Pridwin should be keeping up to date with all the popular gacha games, so Wuwa should be no exception. That was when Hoyo veterans immediately shat their collective pants. Really? Why would they have any need to shit their pants? Why didn't they just feel disappointed instead? Or are you telling me Honkai Impact players are way too fucking Stockholm syndromed into thinking anything else? Or maybe not Stockholm syndrome isn't the proper phrase. Maybe just traumatized is. How many characters even out for Wuwa? I think last I checked from the beta, or last I remember from the beta, there were like I think around 20 or so unique characters. Something like that. $18. Okay, I was close. I'm cool too, except when I'm shitting on chat. Really? Because most of the time my chat loves it when I shit on somebody. More than you remember. I'm sure they're adding a couple with the launch that weren't in beta. Because like a beta is supposed to be just that, just a beta, right? Like I don't think you should be putting your entire roster into a fucking beta client. Like maybe half of your starting roster is fine. At least in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe some of you would prefer gacha games like putting in their entire roster into like a beta or something. Ruh-roh, and don't worry, nobody's giving me a reason to shit on them in chat yet. So I'm not on the warpath for now. When did that job start? As in like day, like what time of the day does it start? It runs from 8:30 to 5:30, so for 9 hours. It's technically an 8-hour shift, but they do give us an hour for lunch, which normally would be nice, but I have to drive for basically an hour from my place to get to work, and then another hour driving from my workplace back. If there's very little traffic on the freeway, then the commute actually turns into like barely a 30 or 40-minute drive, which is much better. But usually I have to deal with a ton of traffic going and coming back, so the commute ends up being like an hour. And that shit fucking blows, dude. It's so bad, and I fucking hate downtown LA traffic so much to the point where I really want to move to somewhere that's closer to my workplace, so I just don't have to deal with the fucking freeway traffic anymore. Like, that would be lovely. But unfortunately, even though I have seen a couple of spots that I could move to, that are very close to my workplace, my new workplace, I can't really move in right now because I just don't have the money. Matter of fact, I haven't even got my first paycheck, and I've already been working there for like I think 3 weeks now. Apparently, I should be getting my paycheck tomorrow, in like technically a couple minutes, because it's like 5 minutes to midnight. So I'm gonna see if I get my paycheck tomorrow. If not, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I live downtown, or do my job downtown? It's technically not downtown, but still, traffic is fucking god awful. Even if you're not going straight into downtown, traffic is always fucking bad. The hell, your first paycheck too? Yeah, it seems to be something that companies just do. Oh well. We'll see. The pay better be fucking good. Technically it is, even though I'm on probation, so my paycheck is going to be slightly smaller than when I actually get fully onboarded, but yeah, I got motherfucking bills to pay, and I need that fucking paycheck to pay those off, so. Yeah, money is money. How much is it? I'm not telling you that. All I'll tell you is that it should be much better paying than my old job. The one that I had 2 years ago before I got laid off. So that's all I'll tell you, is that it should be much better. A much better pay, but I'll believe it when I fucking see the first paycheck. If you consider moving out of Cali, had I had bigger balls when I was younger, I probably would have. Yeah, I would have moved to Texas, or some shit like that, like far earlier. Or like, had I never gotten into gacha games, I would have strongly. And when I got laid off from my job, I think I would have strongly considered moving to Texas. Like, find a place in Texas, move there, and then hire like a real estate agent to like find me a tenant or something to live in my current place, because I'm technically a homeowner. So not technically, I am a homeowner. So I own the place that I live in. So what I could do is I mean, that's technically what I'm gonna do. What I plan to do now that I have my new job, is to go rent out an apartment that's much closer to my workplace that cuts out the freeway drive, because I fucking hate that shit. And once I move, or before I move, I find a tenant who will come in and live in my current place, and I can just get free rent money from them, And so that way, that'll be a little bit more income that I can add to my, or a little bit more money that I can add to my yearly income. But yeah, I think if I never got into gacha games, and at the time that I got laid off, 2 years ago at this point, technically last year, yeah, I probably would have strongly considered moving to Texas, or just at the very least out of state, because yeah, you're not wrong, Cali's just kind of going down the shitter right now. I mean, it has been for the past, I don't fucking know, five or so years. It's not great. It really isn't. Texas is basically Cali, but conservative. Sounds better. Bro, I mean, they had me at no personal income tax. Like, I think for many people, like, that alone is a good enough reason to fucking move your ass to Texas, don't you think? Like, no personal income tax? Alright, bro. Sign me the fuck up. You wonder why there are so many streamers who live in Texas. Streamers and just content creators in general. Fuck this Cali nonsense. Washington doesn't get personal income tax, doesn't get hot as hell. Yeah, but it fucking rains all the time. Or at least a lot of the time. Because for a time, my older brother used to live up in Seattle when he worked for Boeing. Back when Boeing wasn't shitting the absolute fucking bed by killing all the whistleblowers. And like fucking half or like 2/3 of the time that I was there was fucking raining. And I was like, fuck, bro. You fucking serious? I mean, if you love the rain, that's fine. I'm sort of mixed on rain. Like, if I'm indoors and the rain doesn't fucking make my power go out every fucking 3 hours, then sure, rain's cool. But if I have to, like, go out and about and do shit, then yeah, rain kind of fucking sucks. Rains a lot in Seattle? Yeah, it kind of figures. You'll take rain? Okay, so you're more of a rain guy. I can deal with heat pretty fine. At least that's what I like to tell myself. But yeah, I can deal with heat pretty well. But yeah, obviously it doesn't have to be Texas. If I have to move up to Washington for no personal income tax and cheaper costs of living, then sure, I'll do it, and I would have done it too. I'm not exactly picky on where I go. But yeah, bottom line is that I probably would have left Cali. Probably. Any other gotchas looking forward to it besides well, yeah, 5 gotchas in total for the future. Wuwo is one of them. So excluding that, the other 4 would be Zenless Zone 0. That'll probably come out after the next gotcha. That'll come out after Wuwa. What else? Project Mugen. Whenever we get an update for that game. So that's 3. What else here? Ark Knights Enfield. That's number 4. And last but not least, Azure Permilia. I think I'll play, I think I will be playing Azure Permilia. Because, you know, as an Azure Lane player, I'm kind of obligated to. So, yeah, those 5. Oh, I guess technically 6 if we count Girls Frontline 2. It's just, I don't know if GFL 2 will get a global version anytime soon. So, I highly doubt we will. But maybe Mika Team can pull off some sort of miracle. They did add Valther 2K to GFL 2 recently, and considering she's my best girl in that game, or in Girls Frontline 1. I would love to be able to play her in GFL 2, but I don't know, man. I'm not, I ain't holding my breath for a global version. So for now, only 5 gacha games. You hear GFL's mid, GFL 2, the, I assume you're talking about GFL 2. The XCOM style? You might be right, I don't know. Just came back. Hey, welcome back, Hector. You hear us talking about Texas? Damn right, brother. Damn right, brother. Azure Familiar seems weird. Not sure what sort of connection to Azure it's supposed to have. I don't think it's intended to have a connection. At least not an obvious one. I mean, they do both start with Azure, so maybe Azure Lane devs might put in some like hidden fucking lore in there somewhere. I don't know. I doubt it though, because very clearly Azure Familia is designed to is being designed to capture a wider market or a wider audience, right? So I don't think they'll put in very many Azure Lane references, if any at all. So I don't know if there's supposed to be a connection in the first place. I mean, certainly all the gameplay footage we've seen so far, it certainly doesn't seem to imply anything of the sort, so I wouldn't worry about that for now. Horny lore though, I mean, Azure Lane devs in a nutshell. Is Azure Lane a Coomer game? Yes, it is. But of course. Most of them are like lollies. You must have a very broad definition of what a lolly is. Some of them are definitely look like teenagers, but I wouldn't go so far to call them lollies. Unless you're just trying to use the you just use underage as a more blanket term. But again, I think lollies are a very distinct group of anime characters. Unless you're talking about those like super short anime girls, the ones with the that look like they have like foxtails and shit, fox ears and foxtails and shit, like those super fucking short demented gremlins. If you're talking about those, then okay, sure, maybe. Coomers and gacha? Say it ain't so. Coomers in my gacha game, it's more likely than you think. Oh god. Coomers in my gacha game? What the fuck? Hey Davala, welcome back. Came to check on your Twitch account, saw me live, been a long time. Back when you were playing FGO? Okay. I assume you must have either quit or you've been on hiatus since then. Not that I blame you, man. FGO is kind of in a rough spot on both JP and NA, so it's probably a good thing that you don't play anymore. Assuming you've quit. Save yourselves while you still can. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking in on us. Stop playing all your gachas at once. Ah, okay. You just stopped cold turkey. That's good. Just stop wasting all your money on gacha games and spend it on, you know, shit that actually matters. Or at least better things than gacha. That's good. It's good on you, man. I don't have that kind of power. I can't possibly let go of my gacha games. But good on you for having the willpower and the absolute Giga Chad mindset of just dropping all your gacha games, however many of them that you played, and just move on to greener pastures. You have managed to escape the 8th ring of hell, gacha hell. But yeah, hopefully you've been doing well for yourself, man. Imagine all the wonderful things you could be spending your money on instead of gacha games. FGO will take you hostage for as long as it takes. Yeah, same here, unfortunately. Against my better judgment, I will stick with FGO until the bitter end. Unfortunately. My loss, but hell, I'm a man of commitment. You're addicted to booba as well? Hey, my man. My man. You were gacha free for like a year, but Honkai drew you back in. No! You were so close. So close to greatness, to glory. And then Mihoyo hits you with a, but what if? FGO be like a real wife who you can't leave. What was the where was that one anime meme from where it's like but they're like it's like a husband and a wife, and the husband calls the wife like you're a fucking like crazy bitch or whatever, but then the wife goes like but I'm your crazy bitch while she's pointing at the marriage the marriage ring on her finger. FGO is that wife. It do be like that sometimes. Our suffering continues. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't quite remember. I can't remember where it's from though, unfortunately. It was the Black Swan and Akron anime. So you got back, you got into this like recently then. Shit. They fucking got you, huh? Oh no. Another man down. Man down, man down. You got. You got. Fucking Mihoyo pulled a fast one on you. I was like, but what if? What if we showed you a hand animated trailer of two very hot anime women dancing together? But what if? You have to haul ass your content for the Jades? Yeah. The grind set. Absolute grind set mentality. Men only want one thing, and it's disgusting. And they're fucking right. Because goddamn, chat, let me tell you, I love me some good old-fashioned big anime titty. Who the fuck ordered all this anime titty? I did, motherfucker. Now give it to me. Who the fuck ordered all this fucking anime titty? Figure a battle pass on a game or two isn't too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. As long as you have disposable income at your disposal. Well, yeah, duh, it's disposable. Redundancy. Ugh. Like how I've come full circle from finding Booba lewd, then normal, then memeing it. I mean, in order, part of the process of becoming a true appreciator of something is knowing how to make fun of it every once in a while. Like, if you take something way too seriously, then you're not really a fan of that thing. You're just being obsessed with it. I mean, hell, if you want to be, if I want to make this more topical, you know, we can talk about this in the context of all those Yuri people. I was gonna call them the 4chan word, but we can talk about that. With what happened with the Robin on Twitter, Star Rail's Robin on Twitter. I'm sure you guys heard about that one. But yeah, like, my honest opinion is that you can't really become a true appreciator of something until you learn to not take it so seriously, and you're able to accept it for what it is. Even with all its flaws, and with all its flaws and shit. Have you ever played Dokkan Battle? No, unfortunately I have not. I've heard of it though. I hear it's a fairly popular game. I mean, it's got the DBZ IP, so it should be. But never played it. I have heard of it though. Anyone know how long Asmongold's been playing Star Rail? I know he's at least been playing for the past. When was the first Star Rail that I've ever watched him do? I know he's been playing ever since at least Daniel, Alter, and Fushuan. So at least what, like 1.3 or some shit. He's probably played a little bit longer before then. I don't think he was a launch player though. Actually, maybe he was. I'm pretty sure he does have Selly. Maybe he got her from Selly's rerun banner? I don't fucking know. Maybe he was actually a launch character, now that I think about it. I actually don't know. But he has been playing Star Rail for quite a while. And surprisingly, he still plays, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, he's not like fucking... He doesn't like fucking grind it on a daily basis. But like, he comes back to it pretty consistently. Yeah, he, of all streamers to Star Rail to catch, Asmon is a weird one. They probably sponsored him to play, and they liked it enough to like keep playing it or some shit. But yeah, Asmongold playing gacha games is a weird one for me, yeah. Because like, he doesn't seem like the type of person who would actually like gacha games, just because, you know, microtransactions is basically their base identity. But like, he seems cool with Star Rail, for some reason. Like how you went philosophical about anime titty. I mean, you can go philosophical about anything you like enough about. Anything you like enough. It can be about anything. And yes, I will absolutely go philosophical over big titty anime girls again. I've done it before, I'll do it again. What happened with the whole Yuri stuff? So, I don't know how exactly it started, but over the past week, like some fucking Twitter fire started over like people arguing about like what fucking sexual orientation Robin was. And then it devolved into a whole fucking like Twitter war with, you know, Yuri shippers being like, no, Robin's lesbian or some shit, or like not at the very least LGBTQ plus or some shit. With the other camp being like, no, Robin's straight or whatever. And it got to the point where content creators, like obviously Techno, like obviously he would get into it. Tectone and even fucking voice actresses, voice artists started getting into it too, or started getting involved too, which is really fucking weird. And hilariously, it got to the point where I think MiHoYo's official like HoYoLab account had to step in and be like, yeah, by the way, please don't start wars over our character's sexual orientations, please, thank you. Or some shit like that. So, yeah. No, it was an absolute fucking shit show. But I mean, when is it not? Well, realistically, when is it not? Whenever a MiHoYo fan base is involved. Definitely gonna be going philosophical on Topaz. Yeah, I wonder which part of her you're gonna be going philosophical on. Slap that, throw that ass back, girl. Back that shit up. See what kind of shelf you're working with. Anime booba are the core of your existence, my man. My fucking man. All you know is Techno is a big portrayer. Yeah, so I heard. I saw a couple of his tweets. I was like, yeah, that'll probably get him going. The Robin drama just reminded you how grateful that you're tethered to reality. Some people are truly nuts. Yeah. Yeah. Like, what happens on the internet should stay on the internet, in my opinion. Like, as long as you can keep it to yourself and make sure that you don't actually act out any of your fucking depraved, like, degenerate fantasies in your head, right? As long as you don't actually let them bleed into reality, or like, as long as you don't let them like blur your depictions or like your perceptions of reality, like you should just be able to do whatever the fuck you want, right? If like whatever fucked up shit you're into, like fucking, I don't know, lollies or some shit, right? Because people love bitching about lollies on Twitter, right? If you're into lollies, or if you're into fucking shipping, like hardcore fucking shipping people, that's fine. But like, one, don't fucking force that shit onto other people. Don't force your ideologies onto, or like your own personal views onto other people. Like, let's be chill about this. And two, right? Like, understand that all this fucking thirsting bullshit, like you're thirsting over characters that don't exist in real life. Like, these are just fictional fucking characters, right? As long as you're not doing this on over like a fucking real ass person, unless they don't mind, of course, then whatever, go ham. But like, as long as you're not doing this to a random, like a real random fucking person, like, it's like, I don't fucking care what you're into. Like, that's none of my fucking business. I'm not gonna tell you what or what not to do. Like, you're old enough. I hope you're old enough to realize that, you know, you can do whatever you want, that you'll take the responsibilities for whatever you do too. Like, I hope we're all adults here, right? Unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't seem like all of us are, with, you know, how fucking 2/3 of Twitter acts on a daily basis. But yeah, I agree with you there, Vince Spirit. Just a lot of fucking people on social media have just, yeah. This is why you don't engage with the community. Yeah, probably for the better, if you want to keep your sanity. I've already lost my sanity a long time ago, so I don't really care. At this point, I just kind of go on Twitter just to look, just looking for whatever the next hot new drama is at this point, because I just love kicking back and looking at how retarded people can get and getting a kick out of it. Probably not a healthy mindset to have. Actually, it's not. But for someone like me who's already too far gone, yeah, sure, why not? I could use an extra laugh in the morning. You can't stop me from commissioning the artist to illustrate your waifu fantasies. Yeah, of course not. And fuck, bro, if you're paying somebody to fucking help you do that, then shit, man, all the more power to you. You think a character is specific sexuality, fine, just don't force the others to think the same. Yeah, even if a character that you like is canonically one way, that's like not gonna stop you if you really want to imagine a particular character like as a different sexual orientation or some shit. Like nothing can stop you from thinking one way about a character, but like you have to understand that like that's your own personal preference, and that you shouldn't fucking run your mouth off on social media about how, oh yeah, this character is meant for me, and no, I don't care about the actual lore. They're lesbian to me. Like, that's ugh. Can you guys give me $5? I need to buy a Saintquartz account. No. Wrong place to beg for money. Also, haven't you fucking come into my stream and asked that shit before? Do I have to fucking ban your ass? Yeah. Too late to fucking check your chat history though. I need a 2D adult. True. That's why you don't use social media. For the average person, yeah. Probably better off if they don't use social media, or at least limit how much exposure they have to social media. Probably. Yeah. Just like Discord and shit is probably good enough. Hey, Jalter, how's it going, man? By any chance, does anyone here work at Facebook? Wow. Random question there. Drama is the PvP of gacha games. That's partly true, but you're not wrong. It's not the only PvP. I'm gonna tell you that much. Hey Vincent over on YouTube chat. What are we talking about? Oh, we're just briefly discussing the whole fucking Robin drama on Star Rail Twitter. You're trying to get someone to delete your old Facebook account? It's connected to your Hoyover's account? Oh no. Actually, why on earth did you use your Facebook as your backup or like your connector email to what is it? To your Hoyover's account? Can't you disconnect it? Yeah, have you tried disconnecting it from the Hoyover's side? Or actually, maybe it's one of those things where you have to log in first in order to disconnect, which is so fucking stupid. But he might not actually be able to do that. Yeah, is the problem. That the more stuff it had that's linked, it would be safer. Yeah, no, that's probably not how it works. Or yeah, that's probably not how it works. Because like the more shit that you're connected to, the more shit that like an account is connected to, the more chances that like data can be breached somewhere, and so your account will be at risk all the same. So yeah, probably not how it works. Yeah. You just want the account gone, or disabling or deleting it is in your prayers. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But like, I don't know why you would still be dealing with Facebook's bullshit in 2024 unless you're like from Southeast Asia or some shit. So hopefully you can find a way around that, Jalter. Ugh. Alright. Anyways, chat, I'm heading off. I'm tired. I'm just gonna chill for the rest of the night. I will be back tomorrow. Oh yeah, or you're a Facebook mom, I guess. You're right. You're right, Hannah. But yeah, I'm gonna head off now. Just gonna chill for the rest of the night. I don't think I will be raiding anybody. I'll probably just go hang out in like some other some other stream. I'll probably hang out like, I don't know. Actually, what is Sweetly's stream right now? Oh. Let's see. She's doing a Chinese karaoke. Oh, that's cool. I think this might be one of her subathon goals. Yeah. Subathon goals. That's cool. Dash cool. Let's see. Actually, now I checked the Star Rail directory. Let's see. I think I will go send you guys over to Mr. Poke's stream. Have I raided Mr. Poke before? I'm pretty sure I have. I'll send you guys over there anyway. Fuck it. So yeah, hang out with him. Oh, Asmongold is actually playing Star Rail right now. That's why you guys mentioned him. But yeah. Anyways, chat, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow. I should be streaming again tomorrow. And that'll be a longer stream. Longer and a little bit higher energy stream, hopefully. So yeah, catch you guys until then. Raid Poke for a subathon? Yeah, guess I will do that. Anyways, go hang out in his stream, tell him I said what's up. Even though I think his chat is in follower or sub-only mode right now, so it's whatever. But yeah, take care everybody. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.